Welcome back, folks. MTG Joe here, and Jumpstart Historic Horizons is upon us. So let's play some Historic Constructed. So we did a best of one deck with the Vespelar combo that you can find on my channel. Now we're going to test out some best of three decks. And what we have here is a mono red midrange deck that's built around a couple new cards. We have Dragon Rage Chandler, which is one of the premier modern cards, and Legacy. It's basically a scuffed up, improved Delver of Secrets. So 1 mana, 1/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you surveil 1, which means you can put a card into from the top of your library. It's kind of like Scribe, but instead of the bottom, you put it into the graveyard. And then if you have Delirium, which is 4 different card types in your graveyard, Dragon Rage Chandler gets +2/2 in flying and has to attack each combat. So this could effectively, in the late game, mid to late game, be a 1 mana 3/3 flyer. We also have Managorger Phoenix. This is one of the arena exclusive perpetual cards. So 2 mana 2/2 flyer can't be blocked. Basically, when it's in the graveyard, whenever you cast any spell, you count how many red symbols are in its casting cost, and you put a counter on it. Once it reaches 5 counters, you get to return it from your graveyard to the battlefield, and it perpetually gets +1/1. So each time it comes back, it perpetually gets another 1/1. So this is kind of just recursive value of the card. We also have Seasoned Pyromancer. Young Pyromancer just got buffed. He's in the gym and coming out. So 3 mana 2/2, enters the battlefield, discard 2 cards, then draw 2. So notably, if you have no cards in hand, you just get to draw 2 cards. For each non-land card you discard, you get to create an elemental. And then once it's in your graveyard, we can pay 5 mana and then exile it and create 2 elementals. So that's kind of the theme of the deck. We also have Unholy Heat, which is a new card as well. 1 mana, deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, so kind of like Shock. But it has the upside that if you have Delirium, it does 6 damage instead, which is great. So how are we tying this deck together? We have Bomat Courier, which is an artifact and a creature, so 2 permanent types. Gives us card advantage for the deck. We have Shock and Lightning Strike as burn, so reach, removal, whatever you want to call it. We have some Soulscar Mages as another way to get it going in terms of value. And then we have Bone Crusher Giant and Chandra. One thing I want to try out, we don't have sorceries in the deck, so I might actually play Light Up the Stage because it is a sorcery to trigger Delirium. That might be better than these Lightning Strikes. We would have some amount of burn anyways, so that is something to consider. I'm probably going to give it a game or 2, and then we might make that change. Sideboard is really just answers. We have a Braid artifact, just more burn damage. Fry for Teferi or Aura decks. Roiling Vortex versus Control. Another Chandra for grindier matchups. Magma Spray when we need to exile things. Soul Guide Lantern for opponent's graveyard shenanigans. A copy of Burning Hands for any of the green-based decks, some Ferocidons to shut off life gain, and a Karn Scion of Urza as just kind of grindy top end. If the opponent's bringing in something like Rest in Peace, we can then grind them out that way. So let's give this a shot and see how it goes. And this list, I'm going to preface, it's not the final version. We're going to play some games, see how it'll work out. These are new cards. We want to see what works, what doesn't. So really what I want to see is, do we want a sorcery in the deck? And do we want something like Ox of Agonis in the main board as well, just to kind of fuel. Ox does exile our graveyard. Oh, Dogert. Another Streamer. Hand looks good. Probably lead off with Soulscar. So I think they're on the mono red Faithless Looting version. So they could be playing Hollow One. So a similar idea with Dragon Rage Chandler. This hand's a little awkward because we don't have any burn in it. We're going to go Managorger Phoenix next turn. This also being a 1/2. If we were on the play, just getting in a crack with Bomat would be good. Faithless Looting is another card we could consider for this deck. While we don't have hollow ones, it can fuel us that way. The only thing is may not get huge advantage. Love a burn spell, like a shock. Yeah. So I actually think we just go to sideboard here. I'm not going to beat this draw on their part. So let's bring in Abrades, Sprays, Relics. Probably going to be grinding. Chandra's actually nice as well. So to come out... Bomat's actually pretty bad in this matchup. We're not really going to be able to attack that much. Sprays can do early work. We have the Abrades. Notably, the Abrades can target... I think we just trim on these lightning strikes. Abrades can target artifacts, which is nice. So that's how we can kind of get them that way. So I think we just go like that. The reason we conceded there is I don't want them to know we're a DRC decks, so Dragon Rage Chandler, so they don't bring in their own graveyard hate. They could just think we're mono red. Sounds reasonable. Obviously we like another threat, but Chandra could grind out. We just need one land. But one thing I forgot to mention in the deck tech, we do have these dens. So I could do this, which doesn't feel great. I think I just want to do this turn. I want all my cards right now. Sorry about that pop-up. Okay, so let them go to discard here. Just take this out. So do this. Wanted to hit a land there. It's a bit awkward. I actually should have cracked this so they didn't get the Faithless looting. Little bit awkward because we had another one in hand. So next turn I can DRC. So I could do this. Dragon Rage Chandler will have Hazoret. Okay, I can't do anything with that right now. So I think we do this. Perfect. So we'll do this.
Today's my lucky day.
Phoenix gets another counter. I think Shock's fine. It's another spell we can trigger. We do need to exile, which is a bit annoying. So we'll be putting another instant in the graveyard. Just shoot one over. Okay, and they go looting. Blazing Rootwalla, Madness, free cast cost. They get to pump that, so that's some values. There's a bunch of cards we can try out in these shells. So they're more on this like discard theme than we are. So we just want to keep ourselves alive.
This'll be easy.
That's actually really good. Because I can shrink this. Question is, probably don't care about looting right now. So this comes back next turn. Can't block, but so we can shrink this. Okay, got him. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I think we may want the other lightning strike on the play. Let's go down a Chandra. Actually, let's keep a Chandra, cut a Phoenix in case they bring in their own graveyard hate. Do I want Karn is the question. Probably not. Okay, sounds nice. So one thing we are testing out as well, do we want to be on snow mana? But I think the Den's just consistency with always having red mana. Turn 1 play, beautiful. We stomp this next turn. Actually, we're going to lightning strike it because they can sack it. This has menace anyways. Let's see what they do. Chain Whirler. So take advantage of the Surveil. We don't want the land, so this is another way to put cards into our graveyard. If we're seeing a lot more Seasoned Pyromancer, we may want to go with... I don't really want to play this turn, so... I'm doing this now because if they have Hollow One, I don't want them to get the discount from the discard. So they get looting here. Fiery Temper me. So we're more mid-range where they're a scooch more. Do I want to save this for a Den? So I could shock here. I think we might want to save it for a Den. Unholy Heat's nice. Probably discard. So I can go with the Chandler, or I can go Soul Guide Lantern. I think right now I'm gonna Soul Guide. And let's get rid of this Faithless looting. I'd be happy to trade with one of their lands. Cool. Nice first showing. And that's one of the, like, I feel with Faithless Looting, you're a little bit more all in. Let's give this one more go. See how long the games go. Best of 3, the games tend to take a bit longer, so we don't do as many as best of 1, but you get kind of the individual matches. So there we played 3 games in a match. Let's play first. Hand is good. We might want a 4th den. We may want Chain Whirler on this side. Chain Whirler might be better than Ferocidon, because like in this matchup, we would have brought it in. Okay, they on the same. Let's keep this for now. Depending what they play out. Okay, they look to be on Dragon Storm combo. Maybe? I don't know if they're on a sweeper. So we do less damage this way. But if they have something like Clarion, next turn I could Chandra. I can just Bone Crusher them on end step. This could be Reanimator. So in that case, we're going to do this. And this. They can take Unholy Heat. Thankfully, it's not a Thoughtseize. That's one of the things. Like when we're playing against the unknown, it's a bit difficult to really see. The way they led off, we could have imagined they could potentially have been... Okay, they're just digging for something. I think we do this. They could have a sweeper here that makes that play worse, but then we have Chandra. They've also discarded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. Okay, they have Pyro. Yeah, so they are combo.
You're going down.
So let's kill this. Land in the graveyard. Instant and that. Want to try to ultimate Chandra. So they look to be Dragon Storm combo. Faithless. So this is definitely, we're going to bring in Graveyard Hate. So I could burn face, but I think I like the pump. We play a bit into a sweeper here, a Chandrakit Emblem next turn. They can exile this. Then I have 10 damage. $10, $13? Yeah, so we just need to survive this turn. Opponent's done a lot of tire spinning. Sweaty Suns. So I can ultimate this. I could take a turn. I think we take a turn.
Yup, you're going down.
Plays out better for next turn. I guess we had lethal if we ultimated. Yeah, I missed that. We had 13. They have something like Lightning Helix. Okay. It's fine. The opponent did nothing and then died. So this matchup, Vortex, another Chandra, Karn, Soul Guide. Ferocidon is interesting. I think we bring them in. Can take out the Unholy Heats. Probably the Bone Crusher Giants. Play more burn-based. Trim a Lightning Strike. Sounds a bit iffy. I think we mulligan. Okay, that sounds much better. I think we're putting back the Lightning Strike. Just going double roiling will be nice. You got me. Did they miss a line draw? Oh, okay. I think I want to hold this. So I don't think they'll have discards still in. They're probably bringing more to play to the board. Okay, so now we're paid off because we can hit the cling. This will break parity right now. Okay, so they hit their white. Do have pyromancer. Okay, so one thing is they do have these tokens in play that can start chipping at my life total. So let's get rid of Cling to Dust. Play out Bowmat here. And I'm just going to trade. I can start activating my den. Okay, so that gets rid of that. So I could do the den. So if they block Bowmat, they can't kill my den. Sorry, my mom. Okay, perfect. All right, so deck felt really reasonable. We'll continue working on this, so check out the Untapped profile if you want to see updates, but I'll continue to kind of build on this. This is definitely my type of deck. Let me know what you think in the comments, and we will go from there. Sorry to cut this one short, but my mom showed up and she's outside and needs to be let in. So thanks for watching. Have a great one, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.